Well, these past few days have been pretty horrendous as I've been jam-packed with homework and working on this video project that's supposed to be 35 minutes, spending countless hours of my night just rotting away in Cody's computer room trying to edit this for you guys, so you better enjoy this.
Hello, my name is Tanner Roberts, and I've attended OBA since my 7th grade year. Through those times, I've gained some awesome friendships and made some really great memories. This year, I was lucky enough to be your student council president. OBA students, I want to thank you for this great year that I've had being your president and serving you. A quote that I would like to use comes from the great Ferris Bueller. Life moves pretty fast, and if you don't stop and look around for a while, you can miss it. That's so true, because it feels like just yesterday I was sitting right where you are, 7th graders, 8th graders, 9th graders, and even 10th graders. And just like that, I'm up here talking to you guys in front of chapel. Thank you, OBA.
Hi, I'm Blake, and I'm a senior this year, and I wanted to give you guys a little advice based on my favorite verse, and it really applies to everything from grades to girls, and it's from Matthew 7 through 8. Ask and you shall receive, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives, everyone who seeks finds, and everyone who knocks the door will be opened. When you're at OBA, you'll have opportunities to do all kinds of things, and I recommend that you take advantage of as many of those as possible. Mark Twain always said that 20 years from now you will regret the things that you didn't do a whole lot more than the things that you did. So if it's not sinful, go for it. Make sure that you thank all of your teachers and don't burn bridges with people. Your relationships are one of the most important things you'll create here at OBA. Make sure that you take the time to get to know everyone in your class and really start good relationships with them, because you'll never regret that. And always live life to the fullest. Always have a positive attitude and a smile on your face, because you will find more out of life if you try to enjoy it.
Hi guys, it's Alora, and the little bit of advice that I just want to leave you all with is that school is just as much about growing academically and spiritually as it is having fun and making memories with your friends, but the most important part is just to find the balance. Like me, I took 3 AP classes this year, and a lot of people will tell you that's a bad idea because it'll be hard. And I mean, I was cautioned against it, but I mean, I was proud of myself because most of the times you're gonna be more proud of the obstacles that you overcame than the ones you tried to avoid. And you don't want to just coast through high school and just barely get by. You want to grow and become more academically challenged throughout the years. And with challenge yourself, you don't want to worry about like not having a life or anything, because like I said, I took hard classes and I dance, which a lot of you don't realize it's much like a sport, and we like practice at least 8 hours a week. And I was in the musical, so I literally had to go from thing to thing. But I mean, I made it. I survived. I'm not gonna say I survived, I'm gonna say I thrived. But really, it's been fun, and you just gotta keep everything in perspective and know that a lot of the things you go through are not life or death, and that when you get busy, you just have to calm down and focus on what you have to do right now rather than the million things you have to get done by the weekend, because that's something that's really helped me. And so I just want to say thank you to all my teachers and friends and my parents. You all are what have really made this high school experience, and I just love OVA because everyone's so nice here and everyone gets along. And so it's kind of a bittersweet ending, but it's gonna be fun. Bye.
Hello, my name is Natalie Dexius, and I just want to start off with genuinely saying thank you to everyone at OBA. OBA has been a huge part of my life, and I'm so thankful for everyone here, and I can't imagine spending my high school career anywhere else. And second, I want to tell you a story. It's a story I heard, and it's been a really big influence on my life, and so I wanted to influence you. The story starts out with a writer, and he used to walk on the beach before he wrote. And one day he saw a young man walking in the distance, and so as he approached the young man, he said, "Young man, what are you doing?" And the young man looked at him and said, "Throwing starfish into the sea." The writer laughed and said, "Young man, don't you know that there's tons and tons of starfish that you can't possibly make a difference because the sun's coming up and the tide's going out, and so if the starfish don't go out to sea, they'll die. So the young man picked up a starfish and threw it in the sea and said it made a difference for that one. This just has spoken to me because we all have the ability to make a difference. God's blessed us with so many different talents and abilities, and once we find out what it truly is, we can make a big difference, even if it's just a little thing. So, thank you.
Hello, my name is Harriet Lee, and I'm senior this year, class of 2013. As you guys know, I came in America since when I was in 7th grade. There were many challenges along the way because different language, food, culture, friends, family, school, just everything. Coming from a different country, I have been challenged to grow not only mentally, also spiritually, because I learned how to put my faith in God. So what I wanted to tell future senior is trust in God and don't be afraid of challenges. Here's my favorite verse. Deuteronomy 8:2. Remember how the Lord your God led you all the way in the desert these 40 years to humble you and to test you in order to know what was in your heart, whether or not you would keep his commands. So if there is a challenges in your life, that means God is making you stronger. So please don't be depressed. And I hope you guys finish your trials of your life with an attitude that is pleasing to God. Let's work together.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and when I was thinking about what I wanted to say to the student body of OBA, one thing that kept popping into my head is involvement. And when I think back on all of my teams and my groups that I've been on here at OBA, without them I wouldn't be the person that I am today, and I've learned how to be able to work with others and be a leader and accomplish a goal, but not as myself, but with the whole group. And so that's something that I've really learned from OBA, and that's something that I will take to the rest of my life, and I can be better because of OBA. And I thank all my teams and my coaches for all of you teaching me that. And one person that's made an impact on my life at OBA is Miss Glazier, and she's taught me to be confident in my schoolwork and in myself and the choices that I make. And so I want to say thank you to Miss Glazier for helping me on all my hardest days. And for my parents, if you're here, thank you. And I know I differ from you sometimes, but thank you for always loving me and always supporting me and believing in me. And a verse that is really important to me is 1 Peter 4:19. So those who suffer according to God's will should commit their way to their Creator and continue to do good. And in that verse, it's saying you're going to suffer, and in life you'll suffer. People will challenge you, and people will oppress your faith. So that's my challenge to you, to look at the suffering in your life and see the good in it. So I will miss you all.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Hofzimmer, and I'm going to share with you guys a little bit about my experience at OBA and some advice that I want to pass on. I would just encourage you all to get really, really involved in this school, and that doesn't mean you have to play like every sport or whatever. Just find your niche at OBA, because God's like shown me the most through being in contact with different people and different groups and involvements. And if I kind of shut myself off, then I wouldn't make those relationships. I wouldn't have that accountability. So I just encourage you to find kind of your thing at OBA, whether it be student council or choir or band or anything. And my challenge to you all is to step out of your comfort zone and your friend groups. That's something that I've really been working on, and I struggle with because it's so easy to stay with those people that you're comfortable with, but there's so many hurting people at OBA, and you could be that light to them. You could be that smile in the hallway that brightens their day. So just be that light and comfort those. We're a body of Christ, and that's what we're called to do. A few thank yous just to my parents, of course, who allowed me to come here, and all my teachers and my friends and my coaches. I wouldn't be where I am today without the support in my life. I wouldn't be who I am, and I'm so thankful for all God's blessed me with. And I'm going to leave you all with a verse, Lamentations 3:22 and 23. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. This verse has got me through a lot over the years. It reminds me to not think about myself, but just dwell on Him and His being every day and how He's always faithful to us regardless of our circumstances. And that is all. So thank you, OBA.
Hello, I'm Abby Nickel. This school has become our life, and soon we'll all be apart, working at hospitals, schools, Walmart, wherever we go. And I hope sometime soon down the road, when we meet again, we'll have amazing stories to share with each other, and that we become brave and daring and not afraid to take risks. I don't want people to miss out on opportunities because they're afraid or something, because everyone messes up. I'd like to thank my friends and classmates for being more than friends to me, but being like my family. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Rachel Yan. I come from China, not Korea. So, to me, OBA is a really special place. Here, not only study hard, but also have fun. When you knock zoology classroom door, ducks on the pound is the password you must say. Don't ever forget your calculus homework in your locker. Otherwise, Mr. Clear will give you more than a look. Anyways, I enjoy doing fun things with my buddies here. And thank you all that be my teachers and friends. Work hard, make you smarter. Great school, great people. Love you all.
Hi, I'm Haley Potter. My advice to you guys as underclassmen is that in everything that you do, whether in life or in high school or whatever, is to know your motivation and the things that you choose, the decisions that you make. It was either last year or the year before that Mr. Mendenhall did a lesson in chapel about motivation, and it just kind of stuck with me to make sure I know which decisions to make and the reasons behind them. Along with this motivation, though, you have to be responsible in the decisions that you make. Be responsible for your grades, because your GPA does actually matter. So don't slack off your freshman and sophomore year. It's not a good idea. But I know that sometimes taking responsibility is kind of a struggle, but just remember that God accompanies you through your struggles and everything that you do. In John 16:33, it says, I told you these things so you may have peace. In this life you have troubles, but have peace. I have overcome the world. Goodbye. Good luck.
I am Kate Anderson, and my favorite verse is Philippians 4:13. I can do anything through Christ who strengthens me. I transferred to OBA from Enid High during my sophomore year, and I quickly learned what OBA teachers here are famous for: homework. But I've had a great experience here at OBA. I've grown in my faith and have learned the importance of serving my God, my school, and my community. I've had the honor of representing OBA at Girls State last year, and I'm going to return as a Girls State junior counselor this year. I am an officer of National Honor Society, and I qualified in state track, and I was a cheer captain, and that was fun. I played softball for the first time in my life here, and my personal favorite, I set the unofficial OBA record of intentional fouls here at OBA on the basketball court. My advice to OBA students would be never give up. You need to believe in yourself and believe in God. He will give you the confidence to keep going. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone, because you'll be amazed with what God can do for your life. Go Trojans!
Hi everybody, my name's Kyle. I'm a senior. Since 7th grade, I've been thinking about what I'm going to say, and I've realized that there's so many things that you learn, so many lessons that you learned while growing up, and it's hard to pick just one. I think I'd like to talk about the differences between some people here at OBA. Some of you have easy lives, and some of us have not so easy lives. And I know for me, life hasn't always been easy. it's caused doubts, and those doubts have kept me from my full potential, and I was always looking for an answer to the doubts. But sometimes the doubts don't have answers. You just have to learn to not listen to them. And to me, that's the biggest piece of advice I can leave with you guys. And that's it.
Hi guys, I'm Blaine Spencer. I'm a senior here, class of 2013, and I'm just gonna leave a little words of advice for y'all. There's a quote that I found, and I think it has a lot of meaning. It's by Hans Jars von Balthasar. What you are is God's gift to you, but what you become is your gift to God. That quote has a lot of meaning to me because it just shows that God gave us gifts to be perfect, to be whatever we need to be. But figuring out those gifts is the hardest struggle we have. But once we find those gifts that God gave us, it's some of the best things we do. So we just need to find our gift. If it's sports, helping one another, volunteering with people, maybe it's school, I don't know, but just find your gift. And then also another word of advice is some of us, when you have a gift, you also have something that you're bad at. And to help you is find someone that has a gift that like good at school and maybe you're bad at school, and just talk to them, try to have them help you with school and everything like that. That's all that I got. Thanks.
Hi, it's Morgan. As I thought about what I was going to share for Senior Chapel, I kind of just wanted to share a verse that means a lot to me. It's Hebrews 10:24-25. Let us stir up one another to love and good works, not neglecting to meet together, as is the habit of some, but encouraging each other until the day comes. And I think that verse just represents OBA so clearly, that we really are a family that stirs one another up to good works. We encourage one another to do the tough stuff. We have tough conversations with one another, but we also serve together and have a lot of fun together. And I just think that that's something that's really blessed me as I've been at OBA, is to be able to serve with those in my class and get to know them better through service.
My name is Chandler Stickbeck, and my message to OBA is choose to love. John 13:35 says, "By this they will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another." So many times at OBA, we have expectations put upon us that seem impossible to meet. We're supposed to keep our grades up, always be perfect, and still be an example to the community. I think one of the biggest things is being able to stand apart. Our goal here at OBA is to be set apart so that people can look at us and see our Savior. But I think it's important to remember that Christ didn't classify his followers as people who got the best grades, always had their shirts tucked in, or won at every sporting match. God classified his followers as those who loved. So my message to OBA is simply that. Always remember to love.
Hi guys, my name is Natalie Rapp, and I'm a senior here at OBA. This is my second year, as maybe some of you guys didn't know, but I transferred from Enid High right after my sophomore year. I'd like to tell you guys a little something about, something that you guys might have heard, but you don't really think about it. Coming from a public school, I don't want to bash Enid High or anything, but it's a lot different being at a private school than it is being at Enid High. Enid High, whenever I walked in, there were so many people there that nobody really, went out of their way to talk to me or helped me with anything. Well, after a year, my parents kind of knew that I didn't really want to be at Enid High anymore. So they gave me the option of OBA. I came to OBA not really knowing, I've heard stereotypical things about OBA and everything, but I got to OBA, and the first day I really realized that, everyone actually cared about me. They came up to me and they asked me, how I was doing, asked me different things that really led me to believe that they cared, and they do. I just wanted to let you guys know that OBA is not just kids that you go to school with. It's not just a school. It's more of a family. And that's really what I'm looking for in a school, and you guys maybe just take it for granted sometimes, but it's really important to me. I'd like to leave you guys with a verse, and it's Colossians 3:23. Whatever you do, work willingly at it as for the Lord and not for men. That really speaks to me because, you know, everything that I do, I want to do for the Lord and not just so people, you know, will like me or something. Anyways, I'm going to leave you guys with this. I'm not saying goodbye because, like I said, OBA is my family, so I'll be back to see you. So it's more of a see you later.
Hey guys, my piece of advice to you guys is, what I've learned is that you really need to get involved in stuff. Like, some of you might not think that you're very good at a sport, but if you try out and learn to like it, you might be really good. I know I found out that way. And it's really a lot of fun. You get to know people that you never would have thought that you would have close friends to. And, you know, you have something to do after school, and it's just lots of fun, making a lot of memories. My favorite Bible verse is Revelations 15:3-4. It says, "Great and marvelous are your deeds, Lord God Almighty. Just and true are your ways, King of all the ages. Who will not fear you, O Lord, and bring glory to your name? For you alone are holy. All nations will come and worship before you. As for your righteous acts have been revealed." And this just really shows that God is in control. I know you might not think it a lot of the time. I know I've had trouble with that, but He is. You know, He's the most powerful person in the whole galaxy, so He'll always be there for you. And that's about it. Good luck, guys. Have fun.
Hi, my name is Brittany Meyer. I've been going here for 4 years. I'm a senior this year. I just wanted to share something with you that I've learned since I've been here. Have you ever heard that saying of, you need to do your best, you need to work your hardest, you need to finish this off as best as you can? Sometimes that's a nice saying that'll encourage you and help you go on, but other times it's just something that kind of depresses you, maybe because you feel like you're not trying your hardest, you don't feel like you're giving it your all. Well, I kind of felt like this whenever I first started coming to OBA because it was so different and I needed so much to change. But my freshman year, God gave me a verse, which is Philippians 4:8. And it's pretty much, it's the verse that's telling you to think about all the lovely things that God's given us, think of the true things, think of all the things that He has provided for us to think about. As I continued going on, this verse I always remembered this verse. God always put it on my mind whenever I was going through things. And whenever you're, maybe somebody who's watching this video is struggling with this as well. And if you are, maybe you should go back to this verse and maybe you can see some things that God has, what God has shown me. And some people it may not make sense, but others it might mean the next thing for a big step that they may be making. So just remember whenever you're struggling to ask the Lord for His help and maybe go to this verse. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Molly Payne, and the biggest memory that I have from OBA is this year in softball, we watched a devotion series called Not a Fan. It really showed me that I'd really just been a fan of God and not really a true follower. So this year I really made a commitment to follow Christ, and I'm really thankful that I had the opportunity to come to this school because a lot of other schools, their coaches are more concerned about winning a game or practicing in order to get better, but the coaches here really care more about your spiritual walk than they do about how you perform in the game. And I'm really thankful for the opportunity to come here. And my piece of advice for younger classmen is when things are going bad in your life, don't turn to worldly things to make you feel better because it won't work. Turn to God. He is the ultimate source of joy and happiness and peace. And turn to Him when you're going through a hard time. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Carolyn Kepping. I wanted to first start off by telling you guys my favorite verse, which is Colossians 3:23, which also happens to be our class verse. It says, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord and not for men." This verse has really helped during my time at Oklahoma Bible Academy because it has taught me that in everything, sometimes you're tired, but you really should work at it with all your heart and try to do great in everything you do. My greatest memory during my time at OBA was Forest Glen. I really didn't have that many expectations going in, and it was an experience that changed my life forever and truly bonded and brought our class together. My biggest piece of advice is a lesson that I learned this past year, which is sometimes you think you can plan your life out for yourself, but ultimately God has a greater plan for you, and you should always listen to Him. I can't believe it's time for me to wrap up my journey here, and thank you to all who have been a part of it. I cannot wait to see what God has in store for me in the next chapter of my life. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Anna, and I just want to share with you guys my favorite verse. It's Psalms 138:8. It says, "The Lord will fulfill His purpose for me. Your steadfast love, O Lord, endures forever. Do not forsake the work of your hands." This verse is really encouraging to me because it tells me that God has a plan for me already written out, and it's not up to me and my will what my plan is and what my future holds, but God already knows, and He is in complete control. Thanks.
Okay. Hi, I'm McKenna Moles, and I'm not really gonna say much. I don't believe in stupid speeches, so whatever. But one thing I would say is that whatever you do, always look out for everyone that's around you, even if you're not close friends with them. Look for the people that sit by themselves or look like they're having a bad day, and just try to make them smile and make them happy. Always focus on making sure you at least pass a class. Don't tell my parents I said pass. Like they say, just don't fail. But have fun while you're here. I know they say it's cliche, but you never know how much time you're gonna have, so might as well make the most of it while you can. And I'm gonna leave you with a funny memory of mine, which would be 8th grade year, Mr. Dunbar's class. The soda machine was making some weird noises, and for some odd reason, Mr. Dunbar didn't believe us, so we started calling it the alien machine. Well, toodles. There you go.
Hi OVA, my name is Brooke Wayman, and I'm here to tell you the top 10 ways to make your OVA experience great. Number 10, get involved with Spud Week. Number 9, go spelunking with Mr. Dunbar. Number 8, get to know your teachers, because some of them are pretty cool. Number 7, play sports until you stop enjoying them, but then go support the teams. Number 6, eat a kolache. These things are delicious. Number 5, go to spring banquet. Number 4, build lasting relationships with your classmates. Number 3, go all out on the dress-up days for homecoming week. Number 2, listen in Bible class, because what you learn in there, unlike in calculus class, you'll actually use for the rest of your life. And number 1, go swimming in the OBA basement swimming pool. Good luck, OBA!
Hey guys, I'm Doug Fain, and my advice for you would be to get involved, because you only go through high school once, and you wouldn't want to look back at high school and regret not doing something. Well, thanks guys.
Hi guys, I'm Amanda Langen. One of the biggest things about my senior year compared to any of my other years is I've grown really close to my class this year. I mean, because of my autism, I've never really gone outside my bubble and interact with people in my class, and this year I was able to break out of my bubble and get involved with my class. And I think the biggest thing I can say advice-wise is don't be afraid of rejection. I mean, you're not going to make everyone your friend. That's not supposed to be your goal. Just be yourself and never sacrifice that. If people don't like who you are, then just move on. They're not meant to be your friend. But one of the best things about OBA is that a lot of people are accepting about you, no matter if you have a disability or if you're just different. And I think that's one of the best things about OBA, and that's all I can say. So.
Hi, my name is Christian Bodick. I don't have much advice to give, but I do have this. 1 Corinthians 15:33. Do not be deceived. Bad company corrupts good morals. If you surround yourself with good friends that share the same morals as you and the same beliefs, you'll be able to succeed and prosper spiritually and intellectually in high school and throughout life. Also, whatever you do, don't go to the basement and swim in the pool. It's reserved for teachers, and I don't think they'd like you doing that, so peace.
Hey guys, my name's Kyle Dowd.
advice I have for you guys is stay in school, get involved in arts, not just sports and academics, and yeah, don't forget to be awesome.
Did you already start it? Okay.
Hi, I'm Kelsey Glazier, and I just wanted to offer up some senior words of advice and wisdom. First, I'd like to say that high school isn't really what I expected it to be. The reality of it isn't what the TV and movie industry tells you it's going to be, with relationships, with your friends just going perfectly all the time, or dates all the time, or hanging out with your friends all the time. But it's so much more than that too. And it's a lot of hard work, and what you put into high school is what you're going to get out of it. That is probably cliche to say, but just whatever you find yourself to be passionate about, work really hard at that.
One of the biggest blessings at OBA is being able to be involved in sports teams, and not because of the sports for me, but just because of the relationships that I've developed with the people involved in those. And that's just really been a great blessing to me. And I've been really blessed to have a really close group of friends for several years, and OBA has been a great place for us to develop those friendships more, and just to get so much out of the academics and everything. I love it. A bit of advice that I would like to leave everyone with is that you're going to disappoint people. One of the biggest challenges for me was not playing basketball when everyone expected me to, and when I chose not to, just because that wasn't for me. It was hard disappointing my parents and people that relied on me for that, but just a big thing is to really, think about what you want and what's best for you, because sometimes you're going to disappoint people, but in the end, you just have to do what's right for you. And I encourage everyone to get involved in whatever you are passionate about and stick to it and really enjoy your time here. Also, I'd like to say, my close friends at OBA have been like the most important thing to me, or one of the most important things to me. And I've been so lucky to have 2 really close friends ever since elementary school, and I am really glad that I've got to spend these years with them. I'm going to miss this place a lot, so thank you so much. I think that was good, maybe. Was that a wrap?
Yo, what's up? I'm Zach Hayes. Why did the monkey follow the tree? Because it was dead.